Avengers Assemble. Well, it may not be Age of Ultron, but it's the first movie. I haven't seen Age of Ultron, by the way. I still want to get to the rest of these Marvel movies, but uh, overtime work, you know how it is. But anyway, this is Marvel's The Avengers. Um, of course, this is was one of the most hyped up films of all time, and pretty much I'll say it does live up to that hype. Uh, it's my favorite of the Marvel Studios films so far. Um, what really impressed me about this movie the most was how well Joss Whedon, which I'm not even a big fan of, first of all, but how well he really handled many characters uh, throughout the film. I thought most of them had a good amount of screen time, except maybe for Hawkeye. Uh, I felt like they could have used him a bit more. They could have used him in the movie a lot more, but he still did fine. Jim Marino still did fine. Everyone else did a good job. Of course, Robert Downey Jr. Uh, uh, he's great as Iron Man. It was always as Tony Stark. Chris Evans, he showed a little bit more of the leadership in this movie. Even though I felt like sometimes Iron Man was stealing a bit of a spotlight, but that was kind of the point, and that's why they were bickering throughout most of the movie. I think Chris Hemsworth did a good job. Again, I like the way he comes in the movie, how he comes in to get Loki and bring him back to Asgard, and then he gets a fight with Iron Man. That fight scene is really well done. Lots of fun. And you also have, of course, the Hulk, and Mark Ruffalo is the Hulk. Even though I prefer Ed Norton, and I was kind of bummed out that he didn't come back for reasons. Google it. Mark Ruffalo did still a good job. He was great. He actually did surprise me, even though I like Mark Ruffalo. I always thought he was a good actor, but I was surprised how well he played it, and he does play it differently compared to Ed Norton. He's very likable, and when he turned to the Hulk, it was great to see the Hulk. He kicked ass, and I also like the way they changed his look. He looks a lot more like Mark Ruffalo. He looks like Mark Ruffalo. I thought that was kind of interesting how they used the motion capture, and of course, Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. She did a good job, I thought. She has a good character arc in the movie, and I thought most of the characters had a good character arc. They have their own character arc throughout the movie. And, of course, Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury. Samuel Jackson. I thought he did fine. And you had other characters, of course, the main villain, Loki. Tom Hiddleston had lots of fun. He almost stole the show from all the other cast members, in my opinion. You could just tell he had a blast playing Loki again. And he's kind of like a troll in a way, and that was kind of the point of his character. Yeah, he rattles their cages in a way, pisses them off, and you also have Stellan Skarsgård coming back from the first Thor movie. He was alright. And Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson. I thought he did a good job, and again, he's also likable. And I like how he is kind of like a Captain America fanboy. Like he has all the cards, and he geeks out when he's talking to Captain America. I thought that was kind of funny. And I like all the introductions to the characters, or like the reintroductions to the characters, and how they all come together, and how they all meet. I thought that was all well done. And the story is pretty much a simple story. Loki comes in, and he steals a Tesseract, and he wants to just take over Earth and become the ruler of the Earth because he didn't get the he didn't get to be king in Asgard, so he wants to rule the Earth and wants to bring an army and destroy the world, pretty much, or the planet. So all the, of course, all the superheroes here have to stop him, and you know they can't get along. They all kind of have an ego, especially Iron Man. But I really like that scene where they're all arguing with each other and they're kind of losing control. Especially the Hulk here, he does lose control. Which is one thing I didn't get at first when I first saw the movie. You get to the climax and he says, "I'm always angry. That's my secret." Yeah, he lost control in the middle of the film, and he tries to attack Black Widow, and he fights Thor. Good action scene, by the way. The whole action set piece where the helicarrier is loses power and they're pretty much falling, and then you have the Hulk Thor fight, like I mentioned, and Iron Man, Captain America are trying to fix the engine, and then Black Widow and Hawkeye have a fight because he's been brainwashed by Loki. The whole action set piece is well done, but the whole thing with the Hulk, I didn't get it at first. But I guess you could say, Loki manipulated him in a way. So I guess you can buy that. That's fine. That's just a little thing. But the action's fun. Also, really like the whole small action set piece early in the movie where Loki comes to Earth and he tells all the citizens to kneel before him. Kind of like Zod and Superman 2. And then he fights Captain America for a little bit. And then that's where you get Thor. His reintroduction. And of course the final action scene was just a blast to watch in theaters. And one of my favorite moments, I have a lot of favorite moments during the whole final fight. One of them being the whole one shot moment where it doesn't cut, it just goes, the camera moves without cutting away. It moves and shows what each character is doing. And they're all kicking ass. It was a lot of fun watching that part. And also, of course, the scene that everybody loves where the Hulk beats the shit out of Loki. You all seen it. That surprised me when I first saw that. I'm like, I was laughing. Everybody in the theater was laughing and clapping. It was a great crowd pleasing moment. And of course, where Hulk punches Thor after they destroyed that giant worm dragon-like machine, and they go into the train station, and then Hulk literally punches Thor out of the frame, which like his payback after their fight in the middle of the film. I thought that was funny. Also caught me on guard. And another part I really liked in the final action scene was when Hawkeye shot his arrow towards Loki and Loki catches it, and you think, oh shit, and then it explodes. I love that part. And also really like how Captain America really how they show his leadership, especially at the end where he's calling the shots, and he actually tries to save people. I really like how they also try to save people, which is something Man of Steel didn't do, but that's another review. But yes, I know people like to use the excuse, oh well, the Avengers had a lot of damage. Yeah, that's true. They're fighting a bunch of aliens, an army of fucking robot aliens, or whatever they were. But at least they try to save people. Captain America tried to save people. He did save people. You see Hawkeye and Black Widow get people out of a bus. So, they actually try to do something good. They're fucking superheroes. But, and one thing also that caught me off guard when I first watched the movie, how the Agent Coulson death, I thought that was really well done. And that's the reason why they all join together at the end. They all have to put their differences aside and save the world, pretty much. And because Agent Coulson was killed by Loki, and of course Sam Jackson and Nick Fury, he motivates them by saying that Agent Coulson believed in them and found the trading cards, Captain America's trading cards filled with blood. And of course, that's revealed later, a little bit later, that Nick Fury staged that a bit. But he said that, they need proper motivation. That's what they needed. So that's very, well, he had to do what he had to do. But, Avengers, I mean, all the praise it got, all the success and everything, it's well deserved in my opinion. It broke the record, the 3-day opening weekend record. It broke a lot of records, but it wasn't shocking that it was a big hit, but it at the same time it was that much of a hit. Especially since at the time before this movie came out, the only movie that was loved as much as this movie, when it comes to the Marvel Studio movies, was just Iron Man 1. People didn't really like Iron Man 2 all that much. I guess they thought Incredible Hulk was just okay, and they liked Captain America and Thor, but it didn't seem like people really went crazy for those movies when they came out. So that's why I thought, oh well, this movie's not gonna break any records or nothing. It's gonna be big, but it was huge. It made like I believe $626 million just domestically, and 1.5 billion. I mean, $207 million in this first 3 days, which is insane, even by today's standards. That's insane. First movie to ever to gross 200 million in just 3 days. And it also makes kind of sense, because this is more lighthearted, more kid-friendly compared to other superhero films like Superman or Man of Steel and the Dark Knight movies. And it was technically the first Disney produced Marvel film, so they really did a great job marketing the film, and that's why it was a huge hit, and people loved it, and I really enjoyed it. I really have nothing much else to say. I mean, everybody's talked about this movie. Everybody loves this movie. Mostly everyone. But, yeah, I would say everyone. Everyone really loves me, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's my favorite like I said, it's my favorite of the Marvel Studio films. It's fun. It's fast-paced. I really don't think it drags. I mean, I just rewatched it this past week, and it went by fast. It's a fun film. It really is. The humor works. Sorry, I'm trying to get the lighting here. I'll stop doing that, but I'll just stop doing that. The lighting works. My lighting doesn't work. The humor works. The acting I like. Most of the actors do a good job. The action is great when it's there. The special effects are pretty good, I'll say. Um, Even the Hulk, I say this is the best looking Hulk. I think he looks intimidating. He kicks ass, and he doesn't fuck around in this movie. Of course, he's the Hulk. A lot of really good character moments, and they actually have great chemistry. I love the way they either when they argue or when they joke around with each other, and how they work together. A really great chemistry. And I also, I have to give props to Joss Wheadon. He did a good job. Uh, he did a good job of showing the dynamic with these characters. He really pulled it off. And yeah, there's two after credit scenes. One is of Thanos when they first show him, which I remember when I saw the movie in theaters with my cousin, we were both like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then, good thing I have friends who know the comics because they just told me, "Oh, it's Thanos. He's the main villain one of the main villains of the storyline." So I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And then the second credit scene was you have after the fight is over, the world saved all the main characters except for Nick Fury. They all eat shawarma. They're eating at a diner that's been destroyed. They don't say anything. They're just eating. I thought that was kind of funny. I think it's probably one of the funniest scenes that has no dialogue. They're just eating it. The image of that was funny in itself. And I also have to mention the score. This is probably one of the best scores. I'll say, yeah, my favorite score of all the Marvel films so far. Especially the main theme. It really pumps you up. It really does feel like a team theme. And the composer, I believe his name. Let me look for his name here. Alan Silvestri. He did a good job. With the main theme, the whole score was great, I thought. And the songs that are in this movie, like Soundgarden and other songs. You also have when Iron Man first shows up. Well, not first shows up, when he comes in and meets Captain America. When he comes in that action scene, he has AC/DC playing, Shoot the Thrill. I thought that was kind of funny. I like that. But this is a fun movie. What else can I say? It's a fun movie. Great action, good actors, great chemistry with each other, really good score, a great villain, great climax, and satisfying resolution. They save the day and they all go on their separate ways, pretty much. And I'm looking forward to how the chemistry is and how the storyline goes in Age of Ultron. But that's for another day. But anyway, if you guys like the Avengers, I'm pretty sure you did. Let me know. Put in the comment section where you ranked it. Where do you rank this movie in the Marvel Studios films or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, whichever you prefer? Where do you rank this? For me, it's number 1 right now. But thanks for watching. Put this DVD down now. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time for my reviews of Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and of course Avengers: Age of Ultron. I'll try to get these reviews out as fast as possible. But thanks for watching, and adios.